Some days I hate being me. I'll explain why at the beginning of the video. And yesterday I made a video talking about how you ain't getting paid. I'm going to give you another example of how you ain't getting paid. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. And they're going to try and tell you that it's all fine. It's fine for somebody, not for you. All right, why do I hate being me? I have a rare personality type. I am an INTJ. Only 2% of the population have my personality type. And that means I examine things. I enjoy, I want to know. I ask questions. Where did this come from? How did things get like this? And there's been a lot of racism lately. And I think people don't really examine where they came from. I'm not quite sure why they have a feeling of superiority. I'm going to use a taco as an example. Where do you think a taco comes from? Did you say Mexico? You'd be partly right. Yeah, the indigenous people of Mexico had a sandwich like this that they ate on tortillas. But one of the most popular types of taco is taco al pastor. Does that look like tacos to you? Right now, you are confused. And you are wondering, why do I have a picture of shawarma when I'm talking about tacos? That's what tacos al pastor is. Tacos al pastor is based on lamb shawarma brought by Lebanese immigrants to the region. All right, fine. One thing was slightly influenced by the Lebanese, but Mexico has been shaped by Spanish culture. Where does Spanish culture come from? Right now you're thinking, didn't the Romans settle Spain? Yeah, they did. And then the Arabic came along. Yeah, the Arabic controlled Spain for 700 years, which is why much of Spanish architecture looks Arabic, and why some words in Spanish are of Arabic origin. Yeah, the Spanish word for never, you can't say it on TikTok at the moment because that same word also is the name of a terrorist organization. It's also a very similar word in Hebrew and in Arabic. Yeah, and the Arabs controlled southern Italy and Greece. And that's why the Greeks have heroes. Not the mythological ones, the sandwich. And, little reminder that we as Canadians should remember. If you're white, you're not from here. So, yeah, there's a group of people living in Canada that really want you to go back to where you came from. All right, another example of you ain't getting paid. The U.S. Navy can't find workers to build warships. Guess why? I think this is an issue of wages, to be honest. Shipbuilders struggle to attract workers when they can make the same money working at Amazon or Buc-ee's. Can't find workers? Don't want to be bothered with pesky humans? No problem. China's living in the future and they're going to use robots for all this stuff. They're already doing it. BMW too. BMW has robots on the assembly line for their cars. No. Not like the one-armed robots that they've had for a while. These things. Oh, and China is going to deploy them along the border between China and Vietnam. It's very Terminator-esque. What could go wrong? Right now, you're confident that there's experts at the helm and they know what's going on. But remember, sometimes experts don't understand the context of what they're doing. Tariffs have surprising effect on unemployment and inflation patterns, Fed analysts reveal. They say, yeah, tariffs add to prices right away, and sure, there's a hit in unemployment, but it all works out in the end. Like, there was great deflation during the Great Depression. Of course, it's because the economy collapsed, but fear not, the Great Depression wasn't terrible for everyone. Yeah, Black Friday happened, and then within a year, 5,000 banks collapsed and 6 million workers lost their jobs. By 1933, 15 million people, 1/4 of the workforce, were unemployed. But for some, the Depression was simply an inconvenience. And people wanting to get paid. That's a terrible inconvenience. So yeah, the 0.1%, really big on the idea of robots doing work. Elon Musk said recently that work may become optional in the future. How are you going to get paid? Do you think these people will give you enough to live on? Or do you think they're going to tell you the problem lies somewhere else?